Hi everybody in YouTube world, it's June, your tarot queen, your mouth of the south. I have some good news, and that is we are getting a bed tomorrow for Kevin. It's a different bed, it's a new bed, but it's different. It will not turn him. It is not voice activated. We will still have to do the turning and such. But the brakes will work, and I won't have to hold up the rail with the chair. So it's not a safety hazard anymore. But that will be happening tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. It isn't really the bed we wanted, but you know, hey, at least the brakes work. So I am thankful. And I'm appreciative because, you know, it's been a chore to hold the bed and turn at the same time, but, you know, it happens. So we're working with what we got, so we'll continue to do so. Also, I don't know that you guys can see my Citrine point phantom Citrine earrings. I am also wearing a pendant. I'll try to show you. It is Citrine, phantom Citrine point, and the earrings match it. The earrings just have a little bit of a point on there, which of course Citrine is my favorite stone. Yes, we do sell these stretchy ones. So far that's all we have is anklets and bracelets and a few earrings that we sell. And I promise, I've said I'd do this before and I haven't had a chance to get some stuff out that we do sell. And I am working on a macrame curtain, which I'm excited to finish, or at least get a little bit further along than I am on it. But, you know, hey. So I was talking with one of my friends on here, Miss Eleanor, and I want to I want to do a challenge, okay? I want to challenge people to help me help my channel grow. So I want to, instead of for 2,000 subscribers, I want to get 10,000. And with the help of Miss Eleanor, I will raffle off a quilt made by her after we've reached 10,000 subscribers. Now you'll have to subscribe or be a subscriber to win. And it doesn't, you know, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. You know, but it helps us so much. And hopefully you will watch and you will like what I'm putting out there or pick up what I'm laying down, as I say. Today I am going to be, I've got a lot on my plate today. I'm going to be working on my greenhouse. I'm going to be laying some brick in there so that I can grow some tomatoes and basil and cucumbers and spearmints and things, and also put a little pop-up store in the yard this spring to where people can shop for fresh vegetables, and also some of our handmade items that we make, or potted plants or hanging plants, or maybe even a hammock if I get all crazy with it. We'll see. But as far as, you know, the energies in here, I don't see anybody hanging out or being you know, wanting to talk. But let's see if the cards have, or universe has anything to say to anybody out there in YouTube world. And I am using it's called the Opposites deck, and you'll see why once I get them shuffled. Now they are a thick deck, 78 cards still yet, but they're super hard to shuffle. As Gary, the twins, one of the twins, will be able to contest to that that they're not the easiest ones to do because they just don't bend that well. But that's okay, they're durable. And I like this deck, and you'll see why in just a little bit. Hopefully the universe does have one card that came out. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but it's out for this person who happens to maybe need it. And hopefully it will resonate with someone out there that happens to catch my show at this particular juncture. Again, I will be protesting. I will be recording. I don't know that I'll be doing a live, but I will be recording while I'm out there, and hopefully we can get our point across to the officials that we want their hands off of our Medicaid, our Medicare, our Social Security, our veteran workers. We want their hands off of it. You know, stop laying off our veterans. They need to work too, and they need their health care. They fought for this country, and they fought for our democracy. So, you know, I'm gonna be out there, and hopefully you guys will come and enjoy me, and that'll be fun. And my live will be Sunday around 2:30ish, 3, somewhere around there. 2:30ish. I'm trying to make it a little bit earlier. Maybe other people can join in if it's on a Sunday. All right, universe, what do you have to tell this person? Okay. I hope I'm speaking loud enough. I was gifted a wonderful gift that I haven't had the time to figure out how to use, but I hope I'm speaking loud enough for everyone to be able to hear what I'm saying or what I'm talking about. Maybe if I get a little closer, we can read my lips, maybe. I don't know, but until I can figure out how to use that most precious and awesome gift. And I thank my contributor for that gift, as well as I can thank all of my contributors who helped me with this journey that I'm on, both with Kevin and with YouTube. So, thank you. Hats off to you guys. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you to like and subscribe to my channel and help me get to 10,000. Let's see if we can get there. And if we do, we will raffle off a quilt. That could be fun, or a chance to win a quilt. And you must, again, be a subscriber to do that. So, I like to help everybody help everybody. Oh, okay. I believe these might be for 2 separate people. Let's see. Is there something else that we want to talk about with either one of these people? And you probably need to be on the... Okay. Go there. Okay. Okay. Is that it? Is that all you want to say? Okay, I think that's it. Sun kiss time. We're gonna start with this one. There's quite a few cards here. I believe these are for 2 separate individuals, or maybe if the individual gets this and then they have a question, you know, on this, then maybe that'll answer that. I don't know, but I really feel like it's 2 separate individuals. And I'm wearing my computer glasses today. Anyway, kind of hide my earrings, don't they? So anyways, for this one, our first one is the 5 of Swords. Learning to pick the battles that you can win. Learning to stand up to yourself and when to back down. Some arguments, one thing, aren't worth fighting. For another, knowing which ones to go after and which ones not to are 2 different things. So, and this is the Ace of Wands. So it's upside down. So I want to say that this ideal has been done, and there is no reason to reinvent the wheel, if you will. So you're kind of like beating a dead horse. Nobody's interested. Nobody's, or maybe it's me, I don't know. But it's like there's not much use for or much need for this ideal that you're trying to push. So again, no one to hold them, no one to fold them. Now this is reversed. If it were this way, I would be saying, you know, hey, go for it. But it's this way. So it's not working. It's what you're trying to do is not working. You are either going to have to find a different route or a different way, or continue with the way it was originally. And now you have the Hangman. This is your first major. And this talks about being naive and losing your money, not paying attention. You know, your hands are behind your back. There's normally a crow pecking at your foot and you're losing your money. So this is talking more about being naive and not really realizing that some people will take advantage, especially if you're fighting the wrong battle. So, you know, there that is. And then you have the 8 of Swords, and it is straight up. You feel like you're stuck. Maybe you've invested quite a bit of your time and your energy and your money into this project that is just not working. It's not working. You're going to have to revise your plans or something, and that'll probably come up in a little bit. You feel like your hands are tied, that you are out of options, but there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Ever so small. Make it bigger. Make sure it's not a train. This is also reversed. It's an 8 of Pentacles. And this tells me that the ideal is dried up. The market for what you are trying to create or trying to do is just not there right now. And maybe you need to wait till it comes back in style and just like put it on the back burner and try something else for a bit. Because this is not, it's not gonna show your best side. It's not gonna show your creativity the way you need for it to show your creativity. So now, Queen of Cups. This is my my little Scorpio. Oh, that intuition of a Scorpio. And Scorpios, whew, can you hold a grudge? Wow. I have never in my life. That happened like when you were 2. But anyway, you know, try not to be so gung-ho on what you think is the best opportunity of your life when really there's something better just right around the corner. You just got to be patient with yourself, and you got to stop holding grudges. Because when you hold a grudge, they have power over you. They need to be paying rent in your head if you're going to be thinking about them that much. So therefore, try to stop that if you can. And you don't have to forget it. You just have to forgive it. You can keep people at arm's length, and that's it. That's as close as they get. Your last card is the Star. And this is your second major. I like this card because you are a very, I nipped the corner of my thumb there. Oops, I'll move it. Might gross somebody up. Anyway, this tells me, normally the Star is on focus. It's on, if it's straight up, it's like, okay, you're all over the place. You're like, woo, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that one's pretty. You're everywhere. This is reverse. So I want to say your focus is concentrated, like in tunnel vision. You're just not seeing outside the box, and you need to take those blinders off, those blinders that you can't see from your tunnel, that there's other things out there. There's other things that can help you. There's other things that you could be doing with your time and your energy and your determination and your intuitive nature. There's other things that you could be doing. So look outside your box. Think outside the box, okay? And don't be so focused. Be a little bit scattered. A little freer. Okay, so that was for that first person, whoever you may be. I hope that you understand what I'm talking about, and I hope it hits you, and I hope that you can use these cards as a way of advice and help you to improve your life, and maybe even help others improve theirs, which is why I do these impromptu videos, to help people improve, and of course to help myself improve, and hopefully that people will maybe want a private consultation with me, because I am a certified life coach and will be a certified bookkeeper and tax preparation person before too long. I'm also a notary in the state of Tennessee, though, nowhere else. But anyway, I hope that people will like and subscribe, and I keep saying that over and over and over again, because I really want to reach 10,000 subscribers. I really want to help as many people as I can. So if you can spread the word, and you can tell people, and to watch my channel and see if it resonates with them. Everyone is probably not going to, but some of them will, and maybe they'll help you, and it will definitely help me and mine. Ooh, I just saw some energy. So there we go. Yay, I'm glad somebody woke up and is around. So let's see what the universe has to say to the second person. They are planning a trip. It looks like it might be reversed, because it looks like kind of a hard trip. It looks like things are falling through. They're not quite working out the way you wanted them to, or not quite, the dates aren't fitting, or you didn't get your passport, in time, renewed in time, or your real license now. Who knows? But it's a hard, difficult scenario to get everybody on board here with your trip organization or even, you know, a camping trip or a festival or something, but that you want to go to, but it's hard to get it in gear. Maybe hard to get your time off to go to it. And the money situation could be playing a role in that. You know, somebody wants to go this place, you want to go this place. One's more expensive, one's less expensive, whatever. But you're not in agreement on where or how to spend that money and time, or you can't even get the same days off even. You know, it could be a lot of those things, but it's a struggle. It's a pull. So I think if you have to work that hard to go, don't go. Find something else to do. Go for a walk, go to the park, you know, take a swing on the swings or whatever. It's hard to seesaw by yourself, but you know, hey, at least you can bounce, you know, yourself. Just put your feet on the ground and bounce. Eight of Wands. And this is telling me to let some stuff go. You know, just throw it to the wind and see what comes back to you. And if it comes back, great. There's your answer. That's what you do. You go for it. You go there. You know, just throw a dart to a map, you know, and wherever it lands, that's where you go. You know, and you both agree to do that nobody is struggling, and you both agree to take the time that you need for yourselves to make your lives better. Everybody needs a break, and sometimes you just need to throw caution to the wind and see what comes back. And if it doesn't come back, then it's not meant to be. It's not meant to go there. So that's what that's talking about. And then you have the Four of Wands, and there's a celebration coming up, and maybe this is the hard thing that is planning for you, is this celebration. But I think once you get over that hump or that hurdle, and once you throw some things into the wind and see what sticks, that may be what you need to get over that hurdle, so you can go to that celebration, so you can have a wonderful time, so you can enjoy in somebody else's wonderful time. And I've got something on my glasses. It's like right there in the eye part. Six of Pentacles. Whew, there's the Lizard King. He can do anything, in the words of Jim Morrison. You know, sometimes we think that we know all. Sometimes we think we got it under control, when in actuality, we don't. We really don't. And I think you really need to look at your situation and see what will stick and what is working and what isn't working, because fighting about it and, you know, just trying to wing it, sometimes that's a Sagittarius thing to do, and sometimes for most people it doesn't work. Winging it doesn't work, especially if you're trying to wing it with someone else, to do something with someone else. Sometimes your stuff just don't jive. So, you know, that being said, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys just aren't on the same page. I don't even know if you're on the same floor as far as where your money is concerned, where your planning is concerned, or even if you both want to do the same things. And sometimes it's best to let people do them and you do you. You know, just best to just, you know, okay, you go on your vacation, I'll go on mine, and maybe we'll meet in the middle, and maybe we won't. But there is promise. I like this card because, you know, you see the end of the sword where it's, you know, done. And this is a beginning. There is promise. There's crystals coming up here, and they're points, crystal points. So it's like, you know, there's promise there. There's determination. There is promise. So when you promise, you know, I used to say promises are made to be broken. But when you promise and you keep those and you stay true to yourself, make the promise to yourself, not necessarily to other people, but to you. Make promises to yourself and keep them. And then you have temperance. Now you being heard. You are definitely being heard. Your voice is being heard. It's being heard loud and clear. So therefore, you are doing wonderfully. I mean, people are picking up what you're laying down. Not sure you're laying down the right thing, though. I think you need to throw some stuff into the wind and see what comes back. It's like, you know, I just threw a stick off my porch, and guess what? Now it's back on there. But the wind has picked up, so, you know, maybe I'm supposed to keep that stick for now. But anyway, you really, really try to realize that your voice is being heard. And with all that being said, I'm out of here. Stay mystical and see you next time.